Alright, so obviously I'm finishing up this very long video on my trip to Sydney on a different day because I'm wearing a different outfit and stuff. I left last night after my other one and I did dinner and then I didn't get back till late, so yeah. And I have a cold and that's why my voice sounds like it's going. Yeah, it's great. Sorry. Okay, so, I think I finished off the last one saying that we went to King's Cross with some people from the hostel. That was interesting. We went outside and there's a group of people hanging out and talking, and one of them was like, "Oh my gosh, you two are so beautiful. Come join our group and talk to us." And we're like, random. Okay. So we went and started talking to them, and there's one kid from Texas who Alana talked to because she's from Mexico originally, so we're just close to Texas. So they were talking in Spanish to each other. It was kind of funny. And then I talked to a kid who's right next to me, and he was from Melbourne, but he's originally from Russia, and he was a street performer in Melbourne, and he did a little bit in Sydney. So he's telling me about it. I juggle fire and like put fire on my arm, and I swallow swords, but I'm not allowed to have a sword, so I swallow a drumstick here and like all this stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool and kind of gross, but awesome. And so we just chatted and stuff, and then the shuttle showed up. So me and Alana got on, and then two girls from the States. I can't remember exactly where they were from. New Jersey, or not New Jersey. New Hampshire, maybe? I don't know. They're from somewhere in the U.S., and so they got on and they sat across from us, and so we just sat there talking the entire time, and they're telling us how all the guys that started filing on, they're like, "Oh, these guys are drunk," and they told us that we weren't dressed sexy enough, and we're like, we told them that we were lesbians because we didn't want them to hit on us anymore, and it worked. And so we're like, oh, that's a good idea, actually. And they're like, yeah, they stopped bothering us after that. We're like, okay, cool. We'll keep that in mind. And so we just hung out with them. And then drove to King's Cross. King's Cross is the red light district, so it has a bunch of really sketchy sports bars and strip clubs. And then they have one dance club that we went to. We got in for free and got a free drink. Oh my gosh. And yeah, so we went in there, but everyone who worked, it was a circus theme, and everyone who worked there were dressed in really slutty clothing, and there's a lot of Jersey Shore looking guys and not a lot of girls, and it was just really sketchy. And so we pretty much drank our free drink and left because it was just, we didn't want to be there anymore. And so yeah, we walked down the street hoping to find a different place to go to because we just wanted to dance. That's all we wanted. We didn't even want to drink. We just wanted to dance, and there's no place to do it. So we just walked down the street, and two random guys walked up, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to this strip club. We'll get in for free, and if you guys want to check it out." And we're like, "Okay, sure." So we went with them, and the guy was like, "No, I can't let them in for free, but let you guys in for free because you know the owner and stuff." And so we're like, never mind, we don't want to go. So we left. And we ran into the kid that I met who's from Russia, Tommy. And I was like, this strip club we were standing right next to, there was a woman standing outside. She was like, you guys can get in for free because you're girls, and we'll probably let your guy friend in for free because it's a slow night and whatever, we don't care. And we're like, we've got nothing else to do. And me and Alana are both against strip clubs, but we've never been to one, so we couldn't be like, this is why we're against it. We were just like, I'm assuming this is what it's like, so we decided to go in and actually get a actual point of view on it, and so now we'd be like, I've actually been to one, and it really is disgusting, and I really hate them very much. And so yeah. So we went in and we sat there for about 20 minutes before we were like, this is gross. We want to leave. Even Tommy was like, this is awful. No, we need to go. So we left and got beers instead, and then went back to the hostel and watched a British comedy, late night comedy show, and drank beers, and it was fine. And yeah, so the next day, all three of us were going to leave. Tommy and Alana were going to Melbourne. I was coming back to Hobart. So yeah, Tommy was really, really weirdly upset. He like kept touching my knee and like kissing my hand. He's like, "Oh, it's so nice to meet you guys," and blah blah blah. And me and Alana were like, "Oh, we need to go to bed. Bye," and like ran off. But he was nice to hang out with for a while, and then he just started to get creepy towards the end. But yeah, anyway, so we got up and we took the bus to Patty's Market because it was open and we wanted to buy souvenirs. I bought a flag. So cliche, but I want a flag to hang on my wall. It's like $3. It's really cheap. And then a boomerang. Oh, I dropped part of it, but it's a boomerang. So that was exciting to me. And yeah, and then we walked to the botanical gardens. We like walked through a little bit because we had a little bit of free time before I had to leave, and then went to the art museum to use their Wi-Fi, and then I took the shuttle back to the airport and took the flight back to Hobart. And one of the girls here, we call her Waz, her name's Steph Warren, she picked me up and brought me back to Christ. And pretty much I just slept all Wednesday because I was really tired and hung out with Ollie, and then Thursday slept, Friday slept. Oh no, Thursday I went, oh that's right, Thursday I did sleep a lot during the day, but I went to whatchamacallit, where did I go? Oh, I went to some, like, they said it was a cafe, but it was more like a bar sort of thing. And some guy that my friend Becca and Jen met at a house party was playing guitar there and singing, so we went there to watch him. And so we drank a beer and ate some nachos and watched him play, and then we came back. And then Friday didn't really do anything. And then Saturday we went over to our friend Max's house. I haven't hung out with them. Like, we went to Bruny Island with them, Max and Tom, and I haven't really hung out with them in a while. So we went over there, me, Becca, and Jen. And so it was like us and Max hanging out, and Max's little brother was there. And so we just had like a few drinks and watched Dane Cook videos because Max had never seen them. So we watched that, and then we had like a mini dance party, and me and Max wrestled. He's like 6 something, like huge, and I'm 5'5", and he couldn't pin me. So I don't know if that's just because I'm raised in a wrestling loving family or if I'm just awesome. I don't know. It could be both. So yeah, that was fun. That was entertaining. And then Tom showed up a little bit later and hung out a little bit more, and then Tom gave us a ride home. And then Sunday, did pretty much nothing all day, studied a lot, and then started making these videos, and now it's Monday and I'm finishing these videos finally. And that's it. So now all caught up. I don't think anything else happened. If it did, it probably wasn't important because I can't remember anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That was my trip to Sydney, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I miss Alana a lot because I spent all my time with her pretty much, and now she's not here, and I'm really sad, and I miss her, but I'll probably see her again because she lives in Maine, so I'll visit her in Maine. I've never been there. Or go to Mexico or California because her parents live in California, so that would be cool. Yep, so that's it. Last video on this topic. So yeah, I'll do another video next week, which will be like, oh, I had an exam. That's it. Yep. So, that's it.